Welcome back to Champagne Football. I'm joined today with Costanzo, Bai Antoniou, two sides of the grand final for this weekend. We don't have Gary today. Gary is still awaiting the birth of his baby boy. So hopefully that happens pretty soon and he can get back and join me. We're going to start today a little roundup of the last few rounds in NPL 2 and 3, semi-finals before we dive into the grand final stuff. Thanks for joining me, boys, I appreciate it.
No worries.
Introduction here I just want to chat to you about Premiership football because obviously it's a big one. What teams?
In the
Premiership.
In the Premier League, Man United.
And you?
Chelsea.
Chelsea? Oh fucking hell, you're both struggling.
Yeah. I just say Crystal Palace now because I don't like what they did to Ronaldo, man. I'm still living.
Oh, are you?
Nah, no worry. Yeah.
But Man United are struggling, man.
Right.
I actually wrote here Man United shit show. Have you watched the games?
Yeah, they're not good.
So poor.
That's why I watch Crystal Palace now.
I don't even know what they're trying to do.
Change
Chelsea looked alright.
It's got too many players.
Yeah, too many of the same players.
Yeah, it's true.
No out now 9 begging for it.
Why did they not sign Austin then?
Yeah,
Now he's not been left out.
The Galatasaray on the line. It's crazy.
Bizarre.
Something's going on behind the scenes, right? Like there's transfer talks you don't see.
Yeah, and I think
It
that
breaks down. Like Tony didn't come either.
I heard on a podcast Nicholas Jackson signed a contract until 2033.
Probably they all
33.
A 9-year contract.
all Chelsea players now are signing huge
I would
contracts.
keep him, but
That's
It's just to avoid the
the FFP stuff, the fair play money stuff. But imagine you get a 9-year contract, right? What do you like? You're done. You can get injured. You can do what you
money
want.
too,
Yeah. Fuck.
yeah, Sancho as well now.
shows that the comes out.
Yeah, it's bad. Would you have kept the Poch?
No.
No.
I don't think what's his name?
Maresca?
Maresca's much different. Like you need someone hard.
But do you not think that you need a coach for a period of time to try and change it?
I don't think it's Poch.
Yeah.
This one's probably better. But I think the club's just in shit.
Yeah, it's shit.
But how can you sign a player for 9 years and just keep changing the coach?
It's bizarre, mate. It's funny, man. Haaland as well, boys. He started the season absolutely.
Don't worry about it. He's unbelievable.
Mate, he kills me. I didn't put him in the fantasy.
How can you not though? You want to go without him, but how can you not put him in?
When I was thinking, I thought it was too much. But I thought it was take too much of the budget in the fantasy.
15 mil.
Yeah, so I decided, I'll get someone else who'll score a lot of goals, and then he scored 6 goals in the last 3 games.
Yeah.
Man. It's a joke.
So Shalakin runs the league.
Right.
And I came to training round 1, like week 1 of the Premier bragging. I'm like, no Haaland, 83 points on top of the league. I'm 20th now, something like that.
Yeah, it's a disaster, man. He's an absolute machine, no way.
Yeah.
His last finish was a joke as well.
Yeah.
Fucking you, so you. Leverkusen as well, just to touch on, they'd won 43 domestic games, or they'd not lost.
They lost them.
They lost in the Champions League,
Yeah.
And that was 43 games that they hadn't lost in domestic football, man. Some achievement from Xabi Alonso.
That's crazy.
It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
They're never going to back that up this year though.
Yeah.
It would be hard to, wouldn't it?
But then I think that the week before they were 2-0 down, They
Then they
scored
came
2
back.
late
Yeah,
goals.
like it's happening
It's
again.
going to happen again.
Yeah, but last season, just you'd be looking, the 1-0 down, they'd always last minute. They'd always jag something.
Yeah, it's interesting. Fair. We'll touch on NPL 3. We had our own Leverkusen and Newcastle Jets in NPL 3 this year. Went through the season unbeaten. Congratulations to them. Dunbar Rovers finished bottom of NPL 2, so they went straight down to NPL 3. And Mountains finished second top, Nepean finished second bottom, so they played each other in the playoff on Friday night. So Gary and I went to watch this game, and it was a disaster, man. It was just so poor. I think playing at Cook Park didn't help. Like the surface was a joke, but the quality was not very good. It wasn't a good representation, to be fair, of Nepean or Mountains, because we played Nepean twice throughout the year.
Yeah.
And I thought they were actually quite good. Like
They lost that Sepping, didn't they? Sepping was a good player for him, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was our best player, definitely. But our game finished nothing each. One of the centre backs at Mountains got sent off.
Okay.
So they finished the game, played maybe the last half hour with 10 men. The second leg this Friday at Wanderers, so it should be a much better game, a decent surface. Who do you think will win that?
Can I go to extra time? Can I go to extra time now?
I can't, I'll go, yeah.
Yeah, then we've got a pens, and that's how they should work it out, I think.
Yeah, I think I don't know.
Is the gap big? NPL 3 to 2?
Top teams in NPL 3, I'd say no. Like, Mounties have got the majority of their players came up in NPL 2 last year.
Yeah, okay.
So they're decent, do you know what I mean? The P have went up, so they've obviously found it difficult to jump going up the league.
They're going to go straight back down.
Down almost. So I wouldn't say the gap's massive, but I think Mounties. But I say Mounties because probably I know boys that play Mounties, so I want Mounties to win. Do you know what I mean? But I think be a different game this week. And then NPL 1, NPL 2. How's finished bottom? They've gone straight back down. Deserved, do you think?
Yeah.
Haven't played against them.
In the nicest way possible, yeah.
Just not.
I think if you look at the form down the bottom of every other team around them, it looked like they were playing for something. Hills just week in, week out.
Oh, even after we played them, because they use Blacktown's ground.
Yeah.
There's the club at the back now. We went in there after we I think we beat them 4-0, 4-1, whatever it was, and then just sitting there having drinks. Apparently they get money on the tab at the bar. I thought this is one game away from getting relegated. I want to come to Hills. You know what I mean? Like, looked like there was not much pressure, like you said. The bottom half, probably clubs playing for a lot more because they had that pressure. Yeah, I don't want to say they deserve them to go down, but.
Like, so we played most of the bottom teams on that run.
Yeah.
We beat Hills 5-0 at home, and I've never seen a team look more disinterested than what that team looked like. Whereas Souther came to Rockdale and gave us a dog fight.
That's the least you expect. If you're struggling football wise, you're going to go and you're going to give it a crack.
Yeah, no one. Yeah. So
deserved then. Fair. And then Central Coast Mariners finished second bottom. Congratulations to Mount Druitt, who have bounced straight back up at NPL 1.
Yeah.
It's a nice trip for you boys next year.
Friday night games.
That's good.
So it gives you a weekend. And Central Coast finished second bottom. Bulls finished second top. The first leg of their playoff finished 2-1.
To Bulls, huh?
To Bulls.
Yeah.
Bulls were at home.
They're not bad Bulls. I watched them throughout the year.
Bulls, before going into that game, they hadn't won in 6. So they, I think, drawn twice and lost 4.
Yeah.
So they were on a bit of a shit run, and it's the right time to obviously turn that around a bit. 2-1 going up to Plume Park tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Central Coast, what did you think of them playing them?
Yeah, I think we said it before. I think that from the teams on the bottom, probably don't deserve to be where they are.
Yeah.
I think the points that they lost,
Yeah.
maybe it's a different story. But when we played them, they gave us a bit more than what a few of the other clubs did down the bottom. So I thought they maybe deserved just to miss out on that spot. But
yeah, we played them on Trophy Day, and I'm not sure if maybe that we were just too up for it, given that we're going to get the trophy or not. But they didn't really. I think we beat them 4-1.
Yeah.
And like I was saying, I expected so much more from them, from what they had done.
Yeah.
Build up into this game. So I don't know. Like I know they're a good team, and the first game they gave us real trouble.
Yeah.
But on last weekend it wasn't their best, and then they go into the playoff and lose that too. So I don't know what's happened in those last 2 games.
It's interesting though, because obviously before we started recording, we spoke about the draw, and Central Coast missed out by a point because our goal difference was better than Sydney FC.
yeah.
So they lost a point when they played St George because one of the 20s players got booked, and then it was his 5th yellow, I think, and they put him on the bench for the. So that's obviously shit from them. Like they need to be better.
That's what they, on a football perspective, they probably don't deserve.
Yeah.
But when shit like that happens,
That's stupid.
you got people in the club that's their job.
That's their job.
To make
100%. Is to know.
Especially if you're an A-League academy
As well,
team,
You need to know.
you
But
have those players.
I say everyone should know. I think we get a message every weekend before our games saying this person's on this if you're close.
So if you're playing 20s and you get 3 in first grade, 1 in 20s, are you on 4?
4.
You say okay.
Yeah, so it all carries together.
Yeah.
So it's stupid from them. But the other thing that obviously we spoke about at the time, Sydney FC when they beat Apia.
Yeah.
It was just before Apia played in the Waratah Cup final. So they basically played their 20s, didn't they, against Sydney FC, which resulted in a 5-1 win, I think it was, for Sydney FC.
Yeah, bad.
Yeah, so that's 3 points there through the schedule of the Waterford Cup final, which was, again, we spoke about at the time, pretty shit to have a showpiece occasion on a Wednesday night.
Yeah.
It's kind of potentially put Central Coast down a division, which, I don't know, I mean, we look at, there's lots of small, I think, instances in my opinion with Football New South Wales. It's kind of just like, oh, let's get this over and done with. Which is shit, because this is the time in the season when you almost want it to be a bit longer and a bit more, like everything's really meaningful now.
Yeah.
And it's the time now where they're just like, nah, let's just wrap it up, guys, it's cricket season.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty shit from them. That's just my opinion. So a second leg of that game was up at Plume Park tomorrow night, 7:30 kick-off. Who's going to go up to NPL 1 or who's going to stay in NPL 1?
I think at Plume, I think Mariners. 200 there.
So if Mariners win 1-0, is this extra time or is it 2 goals scored at home?
Surely they'll
One
not
goal
do that.
away.
They don't do that anymore. They don't do
Like
that.
the Champions League format.
They don't do that anymore in the Champions League, do
Yeah,
they?
it's gone with, I think, the away goals. That would be a disaster.
Yeah, so if it's 1-0, is it extra time?
Extra time. Yeah.
I think Mariners going to stay up.
Yeah.
At home too.
Yeah.
I think going into these games though with a lead is massive, because you go into that second leg and you can say, you know what, we're going to play with 5 at the back and we're going to make it really
Honestly, I
stuffy.
think that pitch doesn't suit both the way like how you teams play.
Pace
So
to
we
play.
don't know. They might.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. So games tomorrow night, 7:30 PM. I'm going to say Bulls, just to be different from you two.
How do you go with your predictions this year?
Terribly, absolutely terribly.
Was that there?
Yeah, you have done well. I'm not announcing who's won yet. I'm going to wait for Gary to come back to then talk about who's won.
Oh, we're not going to know today.
Nah, I'm not going to tell you boys, I'm sorry. We'll do a wee after season recap and we'll talk about, like, obviously big goals, big moments and stuff which you can help contribute to today.
Nice.
So we'll look at the top 6. Obviously went into the finals. Rockdale and Marconi, both you boys got the midweek off. Appiah played Sydney United. Sydney United won 2-1. Were you shocked by the result?
Not really shocked. Not when Sydney don't have their fans there. I think that
It makes a difference.
I think it does make a big difference. But then again, we was talking before about that chance right at the end.
Yeah.
That might have been a different story going into extra time if it did actually go in. But yeah, I don't know.
Was it a goal?
It looked like it. Well, obviously it wasn't. No, it
We
wasn't.
weren't there, but
Yeah.
from what you see on social media and stuff, that screenshot going around,
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like it's crossed the line.
Yeah, it's a big moment, that man. It's
I'm
massive.
not going to see you feeling sorry for Appiah, but yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, it did look like it was a laugh or it
You
was.
know you'd be burning if you were on the other end of it, though.
You'd be furious, you would be. But then you look at the game as a whole. De Oliveira, good strike for the first goal for Sydney United, and I'm telling you, it's a good finish. I think that's harder than it looks, in my opinion. And then Appiah didn't have enough to get the second goal. Blacktown St George finished 4-2 extra time. It was
They were wondering what the next day
didn't see the goal though.
I mean, I wasn't paying too much attention on this game.
from the corner.
Not interested.
Well, I think we were, because once United won, it was either whoever won out of this game was who we were going to verse, so we were watching it. I think Blacktown just have that a bit more depth. Look at the players they brought on.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So I don't know.
it was a decent game. Kerry Malevsky sent off again. I think I wrote 4th, but I think it's his 5th.
Mate, 4th, maybe in the cup he got one, but he got sent off against us. I think he stepped on JT in the chest or something.
Yeah, I was on the podcast that week. Do you remember? I said something. I was. You guys was like, no,
Yeah,
he
didn't look that bad.
like he
No,
stepped.
I think he did, yeah.
Yeah.
I told him to take his gloves off as well when he was walking off. It was near the middle of summer.
Was he raging?
He was cooking.
Because he was fizzing after he got his second yellow.
Against
Like
Like
he was trying to go at people
on the
as
bench,
well.
What was the time? Like, was it 2-2?
It was
either one or one. They were definitely.
no, it was 2 each.
It was 2 each.
It was 2 each.
They were definitely drawing.
It was 2 each. It's a big moment.
So,
man.
yeah, because he cost his team.
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
Potentially, and then O'Brien scored the second goal, 3-2 at Blacktown, and then
Mitch.
Mitch Marler.
He's always got that in him, doesn't
That
he?
was a great strike, man.
good finish.
Yeah, very good finish. Because he didn't have time. It didn't take him a lot of time to get the strike out. It was literally just look up, bang.
Someone's going to do it, but Mitch is
Mitch has got that idea.
Yeah, and then that's obviously set us up for your games at the weekend there. Oh, also we'll talk about this after actually. Semi-final one I've got here was Rockdale City United. You tell us about the game, mate.
Yeah, I thought we came out with just plenty of chances at the start, and their keeper Chaz was unbelievable. Like he was saving everything, and then they scored one probably against the run of play.
Yeah,
and their boy took it well. And I don't know, it was just all us, but they had the lead.
Yeah,
it was one of those things where we never. I don't think we felt like we were going to lose the game, but time kept ticking,
and it's just not come yet.
It just didn't look too it's just one of those days. They keep saving everything.
Yeah,
they got one against the run of play, and then obviously substitutions. They looked a bit more fatigued. We had a lot of energy coming off the bench. Euro comes off the bench, assists with his first touch, and then once we scored that equaliser,
it was always going
to be. It was really a feeling of we're going to go on and do this. The crowd was huge, and
it was throwing all sorts of.
It was good that they let United back in, their fans, so they stayed down the other end. Our fans were on this end, but it was loud.
Yeah,
and
that's what you want.
I think at the end we deserved the game. We were the better team.
Yeah, I think watching the highlights, it looked like, as you say, you were a lot better. Cats made great saves, but it looked like when they scored, there was maybe a 10-15 minute spell where they looked a wee bit better.
Yeah.
But then into the second half and the highlights again, it just like you peppered them again. And then the big boy gets sent off.
Yeah, the wrong guy got sent off, but whatever.
And what a strike from the young boy. Was it a young boy?
Yeah, he's a young boy. He had just come on. I actually didn't even know he came on.
Right.
I was saying it to Euro. I said when he scored, I didn't know he was on the field.
Right. Okay.
Because the sub happened through all the chaos.
Right.
And it was a right winger for him, so it happened on the far end.
Yeah.
And then he's come on, and our gaffer's calling him to the corner, like go to the corner, and he cuts in and whips it into the top left.
It's a great finish.
Great, good for him. Good for him.
It's a nice
get a moment like that.
100%. How old is he?
I think he's probably 18.
No,
he's young.
Brilliant. And also the strike. Who had the ball before half time?
Tanola.
What a strike that was.
Yes, yeah.
It's a great strike. Come back off the postman. Well, that's obviously setting you up for this weekend's big dance, and you boys played Blacktown City.
Yeah.
Tell us about it, mate.
It was an interesting one, I think. I think I said it before. I think it started in the tunnel.
Yeah.
Bit of a few antics in the tunnel, and it was just. I think when Marconi smelled a little bit of blood, I think we take it. I think the last time I was on the pod we said you can't tell what Marconi you're going to get.
Yeah.
And that day, I think everybody saw what happened. The high press. I think Paul D was talking about his interview that he had. That's where most of our goals come from. The high press, and then we're just clinical. I think you were here. JT was unplayable.
Yeah, he did look unplayable, man.
Scored a hat trick.
Yeah.
Marco's been like a fine line.
Yeah.
Marco Esic scored a double.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was when you got the players up front like that.
Yeah, then it says. I thought from the highlights it looked like Tim Lukowski was unplayable.
Yeah, he was good.
Absolutely brilliant. And you said off air, his role in and first touch for his first goal was brilliant, man. It was really good.
Yeah, you give your flowers where they're due.
It was. But between him and Marco, I think they scored more goals than Euro, which is good.
I'm starting to get him, man.
Did they get him?
What?
I think they got him. Yeah, but still, I'm giving my credit. I'm giving my flowers over to Euro. He scored a few goals this year,
He's done very well, man.
which is good for them.
Red card for Danny Choi, I wrote here was very harsh.
Yeah, I said before, I even said to the ref, I said, I don't think that was a red.
Yeah.
Then he went and asked the liner, I said, don't ask him, because he wasn't looking either.
He doesn't know, man.
Yeah, I think a bit harsh. I think just the way the game went, I think it was 6-1 at the time, 6-2.
Yeah.
Like
There's no need.
Yeah. To send a player for it. Unless they've done something that you're like, oh.
Yeah, that's
Straight away.
bad.
Where you've had to go to the line and ask because you're not sure, I don't think.
Yeah,
I don't think you have to send him off.
Yeah.
So hopefully they're like McGings, hopefully they get to the bottom of that and they can play next year.
Yeah, fair. So just quickly, thank you again to BN Sports, Red Bull, deploy and lightweight athletic for all the help. They're all involved in Champion 5, we've still got a few spots available with 9 teams confirmed so far. So anyone that's wanting to play Champion 5s, Dom's thinking about putting a team in. So yeah, anyone else that's keen, just send us through a message on Instagram and we will be in touch with you. It's a good time before we obviously look to the grand final. There's a little bit of an overview, let's say, on the season. Like big moments, bad moments, best goals, any good stories. The floor is yours, boys. Babe, we'll go to you first.
Obviously, I have to say, a successful season.
Yeah.
Sort of taking the premiership home for the first time in 40 years. Well,
Yeah.
you gave us.
I gave you 2020.
2020 COVID. We'll take it.
Yeah.
So, but big moments is probably that.
Yeah.
Bad moments is obvious.
Yeah.
And best goals, I mean, the first thing that came to my mind was Rashudo 4 times has scored a winner like late on, or 3 times late on. So they're probably not our best footballing goals, but
Big goals.
big goals.
Yeah.
Big goals. Funny moments, good stories. I mean, they go on throughout the year, don't they?
Yeah, 100% they do.
Yeah, I can't think of the top of my head. I'm sure there's plenty there.
Well, probably involves Costanzo and we'll talk about.
Yeah. Actually, on the weekend, I don't know how this didn't make it out to the media. Speranza came in with a friendship contract, and he made me and Euro sign a contract that says we have to encourage each other and we have to be nice and be friendly. And he made me sign it, Euro sign it, and him sign it to acknowledge that we're now friends. Because when Robbie was at Marconi,
Yeah.
him and Euro would always really clash.
Right.
And I would come in always backing Euro up as my best mate.
Yeah.
So all year we've been smashing each other about like just
Yeah.
history and
Yeah,
whatnot. And we pretend that we only take Robbie for G.
Yeah.
Pretend. So the fact that he came down with a full contract,
That's pretty good.
That's not bad in front of everyone.
Yeah,
Made
that's
us
good.
sign it. That's good from him.
Class, man. And yourself, mate?
No comment about the last thing you said about Robbie. Big moments. For us, to be fair, our biggest moment was probably one of the worst when we lost the Olympic.
Yeah.
We lost 4-0, and that was actually the best thing that happened to us, I think. Because I think we're a little bit disjointed up as a team.
Yeah.
Off the field, we were getting along.
Yeah.
Just a few of us were clashing. I don't know, it's a bit of a shit show on the field at that point. So I know you look back, 4-0 at home against Olympic, they're the games you want to win.
Yeah, 100%.
But that was the turning point for us, I think, after that. There was a pretty hard run of games as well. We had Arpia, Rockdale, we ended up going, I think after that, 10 games. From then, 10 games unbeaten. So the worst part of our season was also
the thing that
turned us around. Yeah, going into finals and into the grand final. I think that's what really turned things around for us. And we're all buzzing. The antics at the moment are good. And then there's a few stories, but I can't really say them on here. So.
I was going to ask you a question there. Can't remember what it was. Something to do with what you just said. I think it was something to do with the goals. Any big goals?
Oh, big goals. That's what I was going to say actually. You reminded me. Marco got us out of the shit a few times, a few free kicks. I think against Olympic the first time, good free kick, won us a game against Manly away. So I think we were the first team in the top 6 to beat Manly away.
Yeah.
It was a hard place to go.
Yeah.
We actually had a team day night set up the next day, and we didn't want to leave Manly.
Yeah, it was
going into that on a loss or a draw. So thank you, Marco Esses, for getting us out of the shit.
Yeah.
There were 2 big goals that he scored, 2 free kicks, and then I think probably the best one this year, JT scored a bomb against Sydney United from long range. So that was probably
class. And Marco, yes, it's 250 games for Marconi's are big achievement, so well done.
Yeah, with Villa the week before as well. Both played
class, man.
250, so that's very
That's
good.
it, coming from the Chirpy podcasters.
What was that?
Coming from the Chirpy podcasters. Talking about grand final this weekend. How are you feeling? you can
Very excited.
obviously battles and forwards, but like it's a big moment, it's a big occasion. It's why you've went through the shit part in pre-season and the highs and lows you speak about. It's all kind of in Australia for this. Like as much as I'm very European and think that you guys are champions and Rockdale, that's the big one. In Australia, it's always this is the one. So like nerves and are you all right going into it?
You've been there before, so
Yeah, so I feel like, I don't know about a sense of nerves, I feel excited.
Yeah.
I think, I get what you're saying, like the premiership and again, to me, obviously being at Rockdale, I feel like we did enough to be called champions.
Yeah.
But the finals are set up, we're in the final, and now that you're in it, it's exciting.
Yeah.
Combank Stadium, against who we think was the second best team behind us, or two best teams you can say all year.
Yeah.
We think that was Daylight. We think it was us, Marconi and Daylight. So we both got there, and we're excited. You know, and obviously it hasn't been really brought up yet, but they beat us 9-0.
Yeah.
And I'm not scared to talk about it too, because as Dom said about the Sydney Olympic game losing 4-0, us losing 9-0 was almost like alright, well, where are we going to go from here? Are we going to drop off and just say we're done as a team?
Yeah.
Or do we go to Blacktown away on the weekend and react, which we won?
Yeah.
And I think from then that game to the end, we only lost one more game, so we reacted well.
Yeah.
And I think to get to play them again is
Yeah.
who we wanted, and I'm sure it's who they wanted.
Yeah.
And it's all set up for a grandstand finish.
Yeah. Certainly.
You can't help but be excited.
Yeah.
That's
No,
my take
that's
on it.
true. It's interesting that because as we said at the time, it's like whether you lose 2-0, 3-0, 9-0, it's 3 points, and it's all about the next week. Do you know what I mean? That's as simple as it is. And as you say, the negatives. It's interesting for both of you that a bad moment resulted in such good moments moving forward. And it's a credit to you boys as a team that you have got enough about you to be like, shit, that's not acceptable, and we need to obviously change how things are happening moving forward. So that's class, man. How are you boys feeling?
Yeah, we're buzzing.
Yeah.
I think, well, yes, you're already here, and I think everybody's been reminding us. I think a few people on live streams, a few other podcasts have said Marconi have been in a final since 2012.
Yeah.
So I think when you think of Marconi, it's a big
Yeah.
heritage, and for that to be true,
Yeah.
I think we kind of owe something to ourselves, to the club.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, I'm not saying we're going to go then, we're going to take it, but I think it's going to be a very, very good game.
Yeah, class.
And like you said, I think the two best teams are in the final. So
Yeah.
I think that's the way the final series was set up.
Yeah.
Just with the Wednesday night game for the others, it was set up perfectly for this to be the case, and good venue as well. So
Yeah, it's a fucking very good venue, man. Because that's what,
like,
like,
get a few people there as well. Should be good.
I wrote here just what you said. I think it's fitting that with it being the big thing, the top two are in. It's class, like that's what you would want. You wouldn't want a first and a fifth or a second and a sixth to be in the grand final. You want the two teams that have been the most consistent throughout to be playing off against each other, and that's what we'll have. What can we expect from Rockdale this weekend, mate?
Just what you always just like a good brand of football, high energy, going out there to win it.
Yeah.
I think that's what you can expect from us.
Class. And from you boys?
Yeah, we're all pretty confident. So I think direct football, a lot of attacking football. We scored. I think we scored maybe the most or the second most goals. So I think that's what we're about. So I think I said it before. Once we smell a little bit of blood, we attack. So
Yeah.
So that should be good there.
Yeah. Obviously, getting a wee bit ahead of the grand final, end of season. What's your plans off season, boys? Have you got big nights out, trips away with the boys, teams?
We're going to Gold Coast.
Class.
Obviously, we're not looking to that
Yeah, 100%.
too much, but yeah, that's our end of season. We've booked it up, and sponsors Strong Cash. Not yet, but we'll see what happens on Saturday night.
Class. And you?
I think our sponsors are throwing a little bit of cash, but not yet. Not saying how much or what yet, just yet. They don't want to get too early. But no, I think we got too married men in the team to go away, so we have a team night in. I think we're staying. I think we've organised something in and around the city for a few nights, so
Oh, that would be nice, mate.
should be good. But it'll be a lot better if the weekend goes how we want. So
That's it. I'm actually involved. I'm not going to get myself out there, but I'll watch it. And I expect a good game, to be fair.
yeah,
I'm
sure.
I'm not involved in it. It's not often I find that there's a game in Australian football that you're like, I want to see this.
Yeah.
I'm genuinely quite
Well, they
involved.
pumped it up. Yeah, I think even the A-League posted something on Twitter and Instagram.
Oh wow,
So
that's big.
you don't
Big
usually get
coming
that.
from them, you don't get it from them.
Yeah.
That's class, man. And then off season you'll be hoping to return to Rockdale next year.
Yeah, see how it goes. Obviously, as you do every year, you go through your talks and plans and whatnot, and then take it from there.
Yeah. And we'll see you in the Green and Marconi next year.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
I'll be back in Adelaide after the season.
Yeah.
And
We've got a downtime.
yeah, hopefully I don't get too comfortable there. I might say. So we'll see.
Class boys. Well, thank you very much for coming on. I appreciate it.
Cool.
Nice and short this week without Gary to talk
Yeah.
everybody's ears off.
Can't understand
Exactly. But good luck. Good luck to both of you, and I hope the best team wins.
it. Thank
Thank
you.
you very much.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Beautiful. Thank you.